Okay, so this is an analysis about the text pill pusher and how you're going to analyze the text.
So one of the main things you have to do first when you have read the text at first is to highlight the most important and just take your first notes, the first basic notes, and find maybe it could be an idea to write the text, read the text a second time to identify ideas and themes, and maybe even a third time to identify examples and techniques. And afterwards, you can dig deeper into the text, like check out our following points in this video. We're here giving some examples of how to work with a specific text. And in this case, we are talking about the text Pill Pusher by Carolyn A. Drake. Another important part of an analysis is the characters. So you could figure out who the significant characters are and what the prominent intentions are in the text. And you could also evaluate the characters' traits and their role in the story, and how the author will reveal their traits and how their behavior is, and the motivation and personality types, but also the relationships with others throughout the story. The protagonist and the antagonist. The protagonist is the main character and is usually the hero in the text, or the good guy, if you can say that. In this specific text, the protagonist is the lady working at the pharmacy. The antagonist is the complete opposite at the pharmacy. The antagonist is the complete opposite. The antagonist is usually the villain or just an unpleasant character in the text. In this text, the antagonist is the female customer who the protagonist calls Bug Eyes.
Okay, so it's also important to have about language in your analysis. So in an analysis, you're going to use the language to find out which language they're speaking, and if they're using any slang words, it's like spoken language, and if they're cursing it, can show their environment maybe, and also the language of the one specific person that can also like show their personality a bit better. And I have some examples from the text. I've been waiting for 15 minutes. And the second one is, well, I've been standing here. And the third, I'm in the middle of something. And like these sentences can be understood in a very aggressive way and like very impatient.
The theme is the message that the author wants to communicate by telling the story. In the text Pill Pusher, the theme could be how to value your job. We learn that the narrator is sick of her job, and she thinks that it potentially can be harmful and cause addictions for her customers. Another theme could be how people perceive each other. The narrator has a bad attitude and makes assumption about her customers. She later realizes in the text that the people she judges probably deal with some stuff of their own. And a very important part of an analysis is the message. So you could identify the different possibilities for a theme and how the author chooses his techniques to describe and get this message through. And this message could be supported from points from the text, so that could determine what the text really tried to say. And in this text, The Pill Pusher, the message could be about this young woman who worked at this pharmacy, who should find satisfaction in her job and finding value about the things that she do, because she is not quite happy with her job in the way that she feels the medical drugs that she has prescriptions to aren't always using that for medical use, but sometimes it could be for an addiction, and she feels like um, that she doesn't want to be part of. And then we have come to settings. Settings is an often neglected analysis point, but it's rather important. Settings refers to the natural or artificial scenery or environment in which characters in literature live and move. Settings also including the social settings, for example, in the text Pill Pusher, where we are exploring the position of the millennial generation within society.